Hi everyone, welcome to Board of Tanks with stewiejp. I'm Stewie and this is another Tier 10 replay from the Clan Wars campaign, the 5th Clan Wars campaign on the Asian server featuring PYRO. And of course this one's been sent to me by Skell, and Skell's running around in his, probably one of his favourite Tier 10 tanks, and that's the Tier 10 French autoloader, the Batchat. So is his old mate Safi, and looking at the lineup that PYRO have brought to this game up against EMP. Exercises make perfect in this situation. You can see they've taken 5 E5s, got the Batchats, 5 Russian medium tanks, TVP T5051, which is a new Czech autoloader, and also 2 artillery, a Conqueror gun carrier, and of course a GWE100. Interesting to see which of the two arties have a better game in this situation. The GWE100, a bit of an unusual choice to take to a Tier 10 Clan War, but we've seen PYRO do unusual things before, and this won't be any different. This will be just as exciting and nail-biting as it normally is. Now, looking at, they've got a good spread out. They're really winning the vision game again on Murovanka. See the heavy tanks down here in a pretty good hold down position, playing off the back of a hill. Medium tanks are playing around the western hill. And a couple of Russian medium tanks in the middle, just to try and maintain that vision for everyone who's shooting from the sides. It's a relatively simple tactic that PYRO often use. They have 1 or 2 tanks up front and personal, and everyone else shooting from relative safety if they can do that. But it looks like that EMP are going for a little bit of a push down the middle as Skell gets spotted there. Doesn't quite have a shot now. He does, gets a shot into the IS-4 and finishes off the last shell in his clip by tracking a Tier 10 Russian heavy tank. His mate Safi gets taken out by an E5 in the process, playing around on that western hill, but with a score of 3-1. Nothing to panic about just yet. 3-2 is now the score, as it looks like the PYRO heavy tanks are pushing into these mediums. Looks like they've identified a little bit of a weakness there into these mediums. Looks like that's where the medium tanks are pushing in, as Skell gets to the rear of this Batchat. He gets in 3 shots before he takes one. Takes him out of the game, makes the score 7-4. There was still something firing from that direction, I think, unless I'm mistaken. 7-5 is now the score, so it's not over by any stretch of the imagination. Those heavy tanks, they're holding their own down there, but if they're not careful they will be outnumbered, and that's why those Russian and that Czech medium tank is going to help in the magical forest. 9-6 is the score. The lead, you would still describe the lead as comfortable from PYRO's point of view, but you never know, anything could happen, and in Clan Wars it usually does. 9-7 is the score as Skell charges into the magical forest, and you can see he spotted one of the arties, but not really worried too much about the artillery. They're going to make sure all these medium tanks and the E5 are killed before they go looking for that arty, which is the right thing to do. You know, realistically with less than a minute left in the game, arty might get one shot off. He's not going to kill off too many tanks. Skell gets a bit of a shot from the grill, and he knows that his autoloader is just going to absolutely clean it up, and he's only got 1 shell left. You can see the 907 is gone for the Conqueror, and Skell finishes off his clip into the back of the Russian medium tank, and in the end a pretty convincing win versus EMP. Exercise makes perfect on Murovanka, as we have a look at the post-game battle results. Some pretty big scores here. Team Efficiency Bohan topping the damage rates, doing over 5,000 hit points of damage in his E5. 14 damaging shots of the 8 fired, 15 hit, 14 went through, and then a lot in the 2,000 to 3,000 range, a couple of 3,000, and of course Skell having a ripper in his Batchat picking up 3,500 hit points of damage, and everyone really having a good game with PYRO. In the end, it was reasonably comfortable with a score on 15 to, I think it was 7. In the end, as we move on to the second game, this is a double shot, as usual, double shot of Tier 10 Clan Wars action, and just waiting for the screen to catch up. And this time it's against Mates Clan. Again on Murovanka, Aussie mates, no bull, which is not a bad little catchphrase. And this time PYRO have spawned north, and I'll be looking for a good battle against what looks like an Aussie clan on Murovanka again. Very similar lineup, except you can see that they've replaced 2 of the E5s with a couple of 113s. And this time there's no artillery. So it's 2 113s, 3 E5s, 2 Batchats, 2 Czech TVP T50-51s, and the rest Russian medium tanks. This is a tank that generally favours medium tanks, but it's one of those maps that it's got a little bit of everything. Depends on how you play it, I suppose. Skull having a look around for some vision on the eastern side of the map in the magical forest, as it's known, and he's worked out pretty quickly, only a minute into the game. Looks like Mates has said nobody to even scout this side. So PYRO very heavy on the eastern side, and that's why Skull has gone so far forward. Only 1 heavy tank spotted, and that's on the 2 line on the western side of the map, which is a popular place for a bit of a camp. You can see Skull running food in his Batchat, and that's to help with obviously the reload, but also aim time, speed, and even camouflage. Skull almost trips over an Object 140 there. Now that 140 is just running away. He's not even interested in shooting. He is running as if his life depends upon it, because it does. It looks like he's aiming at Skull, but it's really not. Didn't even fire a shot there. A little bit disappointing. But maybe he had some latency issues or something wrong with his computer. But anyway, Skull picks up his first kill. 1,500 hit points of damage. And you would imagine that Mates fully aware of where the vast bulk of PYRO's team are. I gather a few of these tanks would have been shooting. They might not have all been spotted. Maybe the TVPs might have been spotted along with Skull, but who knows. Skull's sixth sense goes off, but he doesn't go backwards. He goes forwards to try and hide behind this. There's a little bit of a ridge line here where that dead tank is, and of course there's some bushes. Artillery swings and misses, which is always a good feeling. Skull just looking to get something lit for the boys in PYRO. Looks like he's probably lit that Centurion Action X, but he needs to wait for his French gun to aim. With the help of TVP, they're poking and prodding forward, just trying to win the vision game. It looks like a pretty safe bet. Pretty safe to say that he's no longer spotted. But he is now spotted by that enemy Batchat. And looks like Skull's pulling away. TVPs, maybe they're not spotted though, that's why they're staying there. TVPs on the southern end gets taken out, and now with only 3 shells left in the clip, Skull needs to make the most of these before getting the hell out of there. He does. He leaves that Batchat down as a one shot before running away, because he knows he's got to wait 30 odd seconds for that reload, and one of the 113s gets killed, and Zen Hatter in his Object 140 takes out the Centurion Action X. Bring it back to an even scoreboard momentarily, but look at that minimap. That minimap, these guys, I don't know how they got up there. These red enemy tanks, maybe they went straight through the guts. Or maybe they pushed right past the one line. I didn't even notice how they got around this northern part. GWE 100 and the T92 being spotted with the score at 6 apiece. And now it's time for Skull to clean up. Make the most of the autoloader on this French medium tank with the score still on 9-8. It's anybody's ball game yet, but it's not over yet by any chance. Puts a shell into the back of the head of the E5, taking him out of the game, and is hoping that those 3 medium tanks can clean up the IS-7, and that brings the lead up to 11-8. Only 4 enemy tanks left compared to the 7, or the 6 even. No, the 7 on PYRO's side, and it's a pretty safe bet that they're all down in this corner. The big German artillery, the big American artillery, the E4 and the Jagdpanzer E100. Of course, they don't want to YOLO straight in. Skull's only got 408 hit points left. He doesn't want to die. Neither does anyone else. And of course, the Jag and the E4, and of course the 2 artillery pieces can all put pretty sizable dents into the remaining tanks on PYRO's side. So it looks like Skull's going to take another totally different approach, and that's the advantage of the Bat Chat in this kind of scenario. They can relocate. Normally you'd relocate as you were reloading that big French 5-shot autoloader, and normally that's what you would do, and then the time it takes to reload, you can move all the way from one end of the map to the other. As he looks for some damaging shot, looks like that Jagdpanzer, Barry White. Wonder if it's the real Barry White. He's going to hide down in that ditch, and Skull's just going to make the most of his camouflage, pick up a few cap points, and maybe see if he can get a shot onto that T92. But he's done his job in this game. In the end, 15-9 was the final score. Quite a convincing win from the PYRO lads on Murovanka, coming up against Mates Clan, the Aussie clan No Bull. Final score, again, a comprehensive victory. The medium tanks really shining through. Of course, the 113, you can play the 113 a little bit like a medium tank, and the E5s didn't do too badly at all. Nothing to write home about, but nothing to be ashamed of either. Unfortunately, for the Bat Chat and the TVP, down the bottom they were taken out early, probably by artillery, and in the end, a pretty good game by PYRO. Two very good games by PYRO on Murovanka on the Tier 10 Clan Wars map. Thanks for watching, everyone. Take care, and see you all next time.